Yo, what is up YouTube? I'm back again with another zombie video for you guys, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a quick and easy way of how to do the Toten Easter egg. Let's get right into it. If you guys are not already subscribed and you want to see more zombie content like tips, tricks, and guys, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Also, you can follow me on Twitter or join the Discord. Links are in the description below. Alright, first things first, you're going to need to turn on the power and activate Pack-a-Punch. After doing that, you're going to need to assemble Klaus, and if you don't already know how, you're in luck. I've got a video on how to do it. Just pause this one and open the one. There's a link in the description to it. Just open that in a separate tab, watch that, complete that, and then come back to this video to continue. Next, you're going to need the Wonder Weapon. You have one of two options of getting that, and one is either doing the trials, or two is going to be doing the Easter egg and getting it out of the safe. And if you need a guide for that, you can find the link to that in the description. Alright, once you have the Wonder Weapon, the next step is going to be to build Klaus's headgear. And in order to do that, you're going to need three separate parts, and the first one can be found in the electronics store. There will be three radios inside of this store. All you've got to do is go to each one and shoot it with the Wonder Weapon until it drops your first part. Now the second part you can find back at spawn, and if you look up you can see a radio tower / antenna. All you gotta do is shoot it with your Wonder Weapon. It'll knock it over, and the second part you need will fall from the top. Now the last part can be found right next to the subway. There's a little box on the wall with a green light. All you've got to do is just shoot that box and it'll drop your final part. Now once you have all three parts, all you got to do is just run back to Klaus and go ahead and craft the hacking helmet. Alright, the next step now, we need to break down the wall. That way we have access to the lab. And in order to do that, we need to go ahead and summon in Klaus, take him to the sewer access, and there will be these stairs that lead up to nothing but a brick wall. Go ahead and command him to stand in front of the brick wall, and then he will go into an animation and he will break the wall down. Now to get full access to the lab, you need to get the Enlightenment mod to the Wonder Weapon, and just go up to that door that Klaus just knocked down, and you want to just melt a hole through the wall with that Wonder Weapon variant. Now once you have it open, you want to go to make your way inside, and you'll see these two orange glowing shields that are surrounding your next two objectives that you need to do. Just wait for them to go away, and if they don't go away in the middle of your round, just go to the next round and then they'll go away and you can interact with those objects. But once they go away, in the middle of the room, you'll see a pedestal with three empty canisters on there. You want to go ahead and walk up to that pedestal and collect all three of them. Next, you're going to want to shoot this device, and that will open up that machine, allowing you to go back anytime you want and collect end station lure devices. Now, once you have your three empty canisters and you have your lure device, you're going to need to run around the map, and you're going to look for three essence collectors. One spawn can be found right here in this middle of this alleyway next to the building where Jug is in. Another can be found right on top of this roof right next to Speed Cola. In the subway tunnels right in front of that door that you had to knock down with Klaus. Another one is right next to the trials machine. Another directly under the roof where you can find and buy Quick Revive. In this alleyway, which is right next to the stairwell that takes you to Klaus's upgrade station. And the last one is underground directly next to the subway where you can buy Mule Kick. But once you have the three essence collectors located, all you've got to do is take the three empty canisters, put those in the essence collectors, and then toss the luring device on top of the essence collector, which will spawn tempests. You want to get them close to the essence collector enough to where you can kill them and it'll collect their essence, and that will fill the empty canister that is in it up. Now you'll know when it's filled up because it'll turn purple, and once it rises up and you're able to pick it up, go ahead and pick it up, take it back to the lab where you got the empty canisters from, and you want to put them back onto the pedestal. Now just repeat this process 2 more times until you have all 3 canisters filled. Now the next step to the Easter egg is to go ahead and upgrade Klaus so he has a pack-a-punched weapon. Now all you gotta do for this is just summon him in, let him get as many kills as he can before he leaves, and then once he leaves, go over to his upgrade station and see if the screens on it have turned green, because once they go green, then he's got enough kills to where he can be upgraded. So now, summon him in one last time and command him to stand in front of the upgrade station. He will then walk into it, and then he'll start up the upgrade process. You have 1 minute. All you've got to do is protect him and prevent him from taking a bunch of damage. Now, once Klaus is upgraded, the next step to the Easter egg is to get a Warhead and a keycard. And in order to do that, we need to take Klaus to the subway, go ahead and switch the tracks, and that will cause a train, a special train, to come in, and then you would want to command Klaus to stand on the tracks farthest away from Mule Kick. And when this train comes in, Klaus will stop the train. You can go inside of the train, and you want to quickly find the Warhead and the keycard. There is also intel on this train, so while you're doing it, don't accidentally grab the intel and think it's a keycard. Now, once you have the Warhead and the keycard, go back to the lab and go into the middle where the pedestal is at and place the Warhead on the center of the pedestal. Next, you'll go next to Klaus, and there is a computer on a table in the same room as him. You want to use the keycard on the computer to access it. Now, be very careful on this part because you're going to browse through the files, but on the last screen, you do not want to click it because that will spawn in the megatons. So make sure you watch this part of the video through and you know what you're going to do because it's time-based, and if you don't make it in time, it will end your game. But for this step, you want to go ahead and run outside, and there are 2 tents outside, or you could do the one by Klaus, but there are computers throughout the map. You want to activate one of them, and it will bring in a megaton and start the timer. You'll want to quickly kill the megaton, and that will cause him to split. Kill the splits, and each split will drop a uranium rock. You then want to pick that up, take it to the workbench directly next to the computers that you activated to spawn in the megatons. Craft a uranium device. Now take both uranium devices one at a time, or if you have 2 players, obviously at the same time, and put one on each side of the zip line, and that will cause them to collide. We'll then drop a cleansed rock, and you want to go down there and pick it up and take it back to the lab and put it on the pedestal. Now you'll want to repeat this process one more time for a total of 2 times, and on that second time, just be aware that once you put it on the pedestal, it will start the boss fight, so make sure you have everything that you need. Once you start the boss fight, Valentina will spawn in, and she takes a lot of damage, and she has 3 attacks, all of which you need to watch out for. One of her attacks, she will focus like a crystal barrage, and she will just pummel one of the players near her and only focus on that one player. If you are the one being focused, just hide behind something and she can't hit you. Another attack she does is she will spawn in a ton of tormentors, so you just need to watch out because they come in a flood. Another attack she does, which is the main one you need to watch out for, is she will charge a huge energy blast, and if you're in her line of sight and not hiding behind something, it pretty much instantly downs you. Now this last thing she does is not an attack, but she will summon a bunch of zombies around her that float, and she is harnessing, I guess, their health from them, and if you don't kill those zombies quick enough that are floating, she will pretty much just heal back a large chunk of health. And during this boss fight, after doing so much damage to her, she will teleport to another location on the map. This actually gives you plenty of time to run around, buy any perks, weapons, ammo, whatever you need for the next fight, and she'll do this about 4 times until you are back in the lab. Then all you'll want to do is just finish her off, and that'll take you into the cutscene, but it's not over. Now, after the cutscene, you will need to defend Klaus. Don't do what we did. We thought it meant defense. We did not go into the ether portal or close enough, because before this cutscene, you would take damage if you went in there, but during this cutscene, you do not take damage. So don't get that mixed up. They should have put escort, but it says defend. So go into the ether portal with him or into that reactor area, and that will at least push him into it, because he's sort of like the escort rover. He won't move unless you're close enough, so if you're too far away, he's just going to sit still. But once you escort him in there, you will go to the final cutscene, and you have beat the Easter egg on Maurds or Toten. I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, feel free to hit that like button. That helps me out tremendously, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.